Welcome back to Tabletop Saga. So, I failed. First thing to address is why there was no part 2 to the series where I tried to build a Chaos Army inside a month. The reason for that is four-legged and furry. My cat chewed through my cable. The one I use to transfer the videos off the phone on which I record to my laptop on which I edit. And that wouldn't have been so much of a problem if I hadn't have been a kind of technological dunce. I tried loads of stuff basically. I didn't want to buy a new cable, so I tried to use iCloud. Video wouldn't back up to it. I couldn't get it to back up no matter what I did, even if I emptied all the cache and everything, like just didn't work. So I ended up buying a new cable. It was the wrong kind of cable. And then by the time I got the right cable, it was this week. So that's why you're only getting a video now. But to back up a little bit, there's also a reason why I'm not uploading that video now anyway. And that's because, as you will know by the thumbnail of the video, I failed the CrackCon challenge. I didn't get the Chaos Army done in a month. There's a good reason for that. And that is that the game I was going to run, Warhammer the Old World, at CrackCon 5, was unfortunately cancelled. I originally had 4 players signed up to play that game. It was going to be a narrative game that I ran, and these players would be 2-on-2, and there'd be all kind of cool little events that happened within it. And then 2 of those players pulled out. Nobody wanted to replace them. So I thought, well, that's fine. I'll do a 1v1. And then one of those other players dropped out. So then I thought, well, 1v1, well, I'm one of the players. And that was why I had to get the Chaos Army done. And I was really far into doing it when, unfortunately, with I think 2 days or 3 days to go, the final player dropped out. And that was really deflating, if I'm honest. It was hard to go from having this drive to get something done, and you're working loads of hours, and suddenly it all stops and you're left floundering really with no direction. And it just, it took the wind right out of my sails. It was quite upsetting is the wrong term. I think deflating is the best term I can think of. And I just sort of floated around for a few days. The people that pulled out had good reason to. I'm really not upset with them at all. I felt really bad for them because I don't think they wanted to pull out. It was just, life gets in the way. And they're private reasons which I don't want to share, but, I wish them the very best of luck. And that's another reason why that video hasn't been uploaded, because I recorded the second video in the series about a week after I did the first one, and I had quite a lot to update you with, but I mentioned the players by name. They are YouTubers, and so I don't think it's fair to kind of upload that video and have them be name checked. Plus, it's kind of not relevant now. You know now that I haven't done it, and I don't want to do it kind of under false pretenses. So that video is not going to get uploaded. It's just going to get canned and consigned to the bin of history. So I ran something else. I didn't run the Old World game, so I failed. The Chaos Army, however, is about half done, or at least it was half done to the list I was working towards. There's quite a lot more in the back that I'm working on too. So where does that leave me? I'm still enjoying the Chaos Army. I had a few days before CrackCon and a few days after where I just didn't even pick up a paintbrush, and I just had no enthusiasm. But the last couple of days, I've got back into it and I'm enjoying it again, which is crucial, obviously. So I very nearly got Chaos Warrior unit done, a Chaos Marauder unit done, my champion done, and I've got the Warhounds about halfway there. All that's left on the Warriors and the Marauders is basing, and the champion actually, just various stages of basing. So what's going to happen now? Well, I actually really want to finish the Chaos Army to a point where it's playable to a decent level. I think once you've done those big infantry blocks, the rest of the stuff, like I've got knights to do, they're quite fast. They add quite a lot of points. The army builds quite quickly at that point. So I've broken the back of it, really. I think a couple of characters, a couple of smaller units, and we're looking good. Now, interestingly, I had a practice game of the old world with Robin, and he's been on this channel talking about a High Elf army and a Beastman army, but he saw the Chaos army I had and he thought, well, ooh, I like that. So he's now doing his own Chaos army, and he's using all these old miniatures that he's scoured eBay for, and it is super cool. I really hope he gets it done, because he showed me some progress pics on a unit of Nurgle Chaos Warriors where he's green stuffed all these tentacles and it looks amazing. So I'm going to keep prodding him and make sure he actually finishes some of this stuff, and then we can get that on the channel as well. So in terms of battle reports, it's obviously less than ideal to have 2 of the same army done, but I think it opens up an interesting narrative opportunity. The Chaos tribes, or the Norsca tribes and what have you, they're always fighting each other. I really like the idea of having 2 rival Chaos Lords who are trying to subsume the other tribe into their own horde. And especially as we both seem to really like Slaanesh. So Robin's going to have his Nurgle stuff and his Slaaneshi stuff. I intend on getting some Slaaneshi stuff. So there could be something in that. They're vying for the favour of Slaanesh. They want to subsume each other and form a bigger Chaos horde. So there's something in there, I think, and that's going to be explored. I did a little while ago promise Mordheim battle reports, and that's actually coming together too. I've bought some MDF kits for some buildings, which are really cool actually. They're sort of ruined Tudor era buildings, so they look cool, but I think I'm going to add extra bits on them to make them look a bit more impressive, and hopefully get some 3D printed fantasy stuff that ties it into the Mordheim setting a little bit more. I've also got my first warband, which I'll keep under wraps until they're done, and then I'll reveal what they are. So that's coming together. So the plan actually is to have the next sort of big project be a tabletopper for this table, so we can have a 6x4. I've bought a gaming mat. I've actually bought special Warhammer the Old World dice, which is possibly a bit lame, but I like them. So it's kind of all guns blazing on that front now. I'm going to get the Chaos Army playable. I'm going to get my Mordheim warband done. I'm going to get battle reports for those going as soon as possible. So that's about the long and short of it. I think I've brought you up to speed with everything. So I failed, but from the ashes of despair comes the phoenix of optimism. And that's what we're going to be, optimistic. We're going to forge forward into the new year with an optimistic mindset. And we're going to enjoy it. We're going to enjoy the process. So that's all from me for now. May your dice roll well, may your paints flow evenly, and may you have better luck than me at running games of the old world. So until next time, see ya.